Hi there and welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm IceMan and today we're going to be doing a shard pull for the 2x ancient shards. Obviously big deal in the game. We have a shard summoning event for Envato, so this is going to work towards that and help me with one of the events and hopefully get me some points and hopefully get me some legendary. So let's crack on, shall we? And without further ado, let the pain begin. Hopefully no pain this time, but we will see. We've got 100 shards to pull, not a huge amount but not a low amount either, so good amount. And we'll also then jump over onto my alternate account and do the same over there. So let's crack on. Food, glorious food. Oh, how I want some. Fane. I'd absolutely love to have gotten that on my alternate account because I don't think I've got her on there. On this account, obviously, I do have her. She's a great champion. I've done a guide on her if you don't know. In fact, I will ping that up there. And you can take a look at that. She's a great champ, really good poisoner, really good for the clan boss. Romero, I've always liked the look of him, but never built him out, never really tried him. Bit of an old school champ, not totally amazing. Allure, absolutely amazing champ. I have her on both accounts. Hands down, one of the best champions you can have for doing the Fire Knight. Flesh Tearer. So far it's all dupes and nothing too interesting. Bone Keeper, Cage Breaker, Grizzle Jar, yeah, got those. Each and every one of them so far. Thernasil, half decent champ. Ator, not a particular favourite of mine. Oh, Duck the Pissed. This is one of the new champions to the game, I believe. Actually, I have to say that is a very cool skin. Absolutely love that full-on skeleton strapped to his shield. Whether or not he's a decent champ, I don't know. We'll take a look at his skills in just a sec. But he looks absolutely amazing, I have to say. They really do a really good job with their artwork here at Plarium. So his A1 Mad Chopper attacks one enemy 2 times. So that makes him possibly viable for Fire Knight. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 50% decrease accuracy buff for 2 turns. Okay. His A2 Lunatic Outburst attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. Also has a 75% chance of placing 60% decrease defense debuff for 2 turns on each critical hit. So obviously you build him out for crit, and in fact that buff chance can be booked up to 100%. And the cooldown can be brought down to 3. So you've got decreased attack and decreased defense. With decreased accuracy, yeah, he's basically Stagnite for the Orcs. So very cool, very good champion. Obviously going to be very useful. I'll have to get him built out and take a look at him. Obviously I have Stagnite, but this guy again is Magic Affinity. Stagnite is Spirit. So you've got a champ that can do it on that affinity for you, which is pretty cool. And obviously if you need him for faction wars, he'll do well for the Orcs by the looks of it. His A3 Shrieking Display places a provoke debuff for 1 turn on the target enemy. Also has a 75% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn on 2 random enemies. So if you're using him out in the arena, you can target one person, place a provoke on them, and then you've got a fairly high chance of placing a provoke on 2 random enemies. So you could, in theory, provoke 3 of the team. So it's not a full team provoke, but that's still pretty cool. I have to say, so far this champion looks pretty decent. And obviously there's that boss in the Doom Tower where provoke comes in really handy. So Magma Dragon, I believe. So you can provoke him. Use this guy. He's also got an unkillable and a reflect damage. Places a 30% reflect damage buff on this champion for 2 turns, and an unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn. So this may even make him viable with the for unkillable teams in the clan boss, and he'll bring defense, decrease defense, and decrease attack. The only downside is he'll also bring the decrease accuracy, which you don't really care about in the clan boss, but I think it's going to be very useful in many aspects of the game for many people. And then this can be booked down to a 4-turn cooldown, so you've got unkillable on a 4-turn cooldown, which is pretty cool. I have to say I like this champ. And then once you've ascended him, he gets an aura, increase ally defense in faction crypts by 31%. So yeah, definitely going to do well for you in the faction crypts. Very, very cool champion, I have to say. Better than I think I thought he was when I looked at him for the update patch notes. He definitely looks a lot better now that I've re-looked at his kit and what he can do with it. Food, lots and lots of food. Please give us that gold. I mean, Christ, we must be coming on for the mercy system by fairly soon, I would have thought. Can't remember how I pulled Xavier a few weeks back. Rearguard Sergeant, pretty cool champ. I'm not sure if I've actually got her, so she might come in rather handy actually. In fact, let's take a quick look, see if I've got her. I've only got 30 left to pull. We're not doing so well so far. Index, dwarves. I don't have Ragnori. I had him before. Oh no, so yeah, she's new. So yeah, that's cool. She can be quite useful apparently in Dwarves Faction War, so I'll be happy with that. So at least we got 1 non-dupe. Well, 2, because we also got that new champ who's pretty cool by all accounts. Pocket I know everybody loves him. I haven't even really got mine built out. I've never really used him. Sepulchre Sentinel, I think I've already got one. Phalanx, already got. Another duck. I suppose that's a book there. And the last 10. Are we going to have another video with no gold? AFR, another rearguard sergeant. And no. And just for that, because I'm... Well, actually, let's see how we're doing on the event. If we're shy on that, we'll pull some more shards just to... you see, we're already maxed out there. And as much as I would love to just to get a legendary, and what am I at? I'm still 2,000 away from that book. Which would still be, even if I managed to pull legendaries, I'd have to pull like 4 of them. just to get that last book. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so at this stage we're going to take a break, and we are going to hop over to my alternate account, and we're going to pull the shards there. I'm really not having much luck with these shard pulls at the moment. Yeah. So okay, and we are back on my alternate account, and we're going to pull 50 shards here. So I thought I had a bit more than that, but you know, it'll do. It's not a bad amount. I am free to play these days pretty much on this account. You know, I spend the odd £1 or two here and there, like I did today, just to top this up to 50 from 48. So but I don't usually sort that arm out. But yeah, I don't usually spend much on this account at all. To be fair, I'm trying to really limit what I spend on my main account as well. So without further ado, let's get pulling, shall we? Gorab, already got him. Kalia, road painted. One of the worst champions in the game. Getting plenty of epics. Not really decent epics either, which is annoying, but you know. I have to say, lately I've actually been a lot luckier with the legendary pulls on this account than I have on my main. I mean, I've recently got not Trunda, the other one, Morley, and I also managed to get Lanarkis, so I've had a couple of legendary pulls lately on this account, whereas on my main I've only managed to have you in the last probably a couple of months really. Thought there was a little pause there. I thought maybe I was getting something. So far, nada. This is going to be one of those really depressing shard pull videos that I keep putting out lately, where I just don't get anything. Gerhard. I think I might already have him, but I might not, because I might have had to fuse him for the Christmas fusion, which, alright, everybody knows she was kind of crap, but hopefully she'll get a buff and be decent at some stage. Caden's a pretty decent champ, but again I believe I already have him. Gerhard, I'd like to maybe build him out, try him out, see what he's like. Having said that, a whole bunch of people have done videos on him lately, so, and he's not a game changer, he's a single target, which I'm not usually a big fan of, so maybe not a whole hell of a lot of, oh yeah, I also got Blood Gorged on this account recently, so like I say, on this account I've actually made 3 legendaries in the last few months, which is really cool, whereas on my main I'm just really struggling, which is funny because this is the one where I don't spend the money, and the one where I do spend the money I've not been getting them. So maybe I should just stop spending, and then maybe Plarium will up my chances or something to try and get me to pull more to get more champions. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's chance based and whatnot, and obviously I'm not getting the luck on my main these days at the moment. Robar. Okay. Yes, we got gold. That's great news. I don't really know much about Robar, I have to say. Alaric, I believe I've got a copy of him to use on one of my things. Eranis, now she's actually a non-dupe for me on this account, and I'm struggling for poisoners on different affinities for the clan boss, so I might build her up and see what she can do. She's not supposed to be great, but we'll see what she can do maybe. So Robar, at the very least he should probably help my Orcs faction. He looks pretty cool. I mean, not amazing, but still pretty cool. So right, on his A1 we've got Stunning Strength. We'll read the Ascended. Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn, grants an extra turn if this debuff is successfully placed. So that's pretty cool. It's a 2-hitter if you manage to place a stun. Oh, well, it doesn't say that, it says grants an extra turn, so then you can actually choose to use a different move. So you stun them, you can come in and do another move, which is pretty cool. I do like that. Then we've got an AoE on his A2, wild swing attacks all enemies. Each hit has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Can be booked out to 100% and can be dropped down to 3 turns. So you've got a 3-turn decreased defense, which is cool. Obviously there are epics that do it as well, if not better. Even the one I pulled earlier, who does decrease defense and decrease attack on 3 turns, quite frankly. So yeah, he might have been really decent at the start, but obviously he probably needs a bit of a buff. He's a bit sort of old hat and doesn't really stack up. And then we've got another AoE, so actually might be worth putting in a stun set or something like that. He's got 2 AoEs on his kit. Merciless assault attacks all enemies. Damage increases if the target is under a sleep, stun or freeze. So it does more damage. I don't know how hard he hits. I'll have to look into that. Maybe build him out, give him a try. Obviously he's got 2 AoEs, which is pretty cool, so that would make him fairly useful in the arena if nowhere else, and for clearing waves and stunning up waves if you put them in a stun set. But yeah, I'll have to have a look into this guy. I've not really come across him too much. The fact that I've not come across him too much in the arena or elsewhere does seem to indicate that he's maybe not that good, but we will see. We'll certainly give him a pull, and that was on my last 10 pop, so you know, I'm happy with that. That's good. Let's see how we're doing on the event on this account. I might still pull a sacred if we're shy. But to be fair, this is the one you can get by other means. Oh no, we're done, so more than enough there. And we get ourselves a legendary book to possibly put in our new legendary champ. We will have to see about that one. In fact, I'm a bit higher up than I was on my main account because I managed to pull a legendary. Even though I pulled half the amount of shards. It just goes to show, you know, I pulled half the shards, and yet I've actually got more points in the event. Now I know I pulled a legendary and they're worth probably about 350 points more, but then I literally pulled double the shards on my main, which shows just how bad luck my main had with regards to even epics, to be this low down compared to this one. I really should have managed to get enough to get the top one there, I think. Top reward. Blimey, some people are pushing hard on this already, aren't they? Look at that, 1300. And the person below is at like 5,000. Absolutely bonkers. So, anyway, obviously we struck gold, at least on one of my accounts, which saves this video, thank God. I finally get to release a video where I'm not getting nothing again. Would have much preferred to get him on my main, to be honest, but, you know, I'm always thankful when I get a legendary, no matter who it is, how it is, unless it's some really crap one who's a dupe, at which point, dupe system please, but, you know, I've not had that as much of an issue on my account because I just haven't been pulling that many legendaries. I mean, thinking about it, the only dupe legendaries I've had, I think, are on my main, and it's Valkyrie, which, let's face it, is a decent dupe to get, because you can always use a couple of them in 3v3 if nowhere else. And you can, once I get it built up and all the rest of it, which I may do at some point, she's kind of been sat there not really being used much, but I could also use her for Doom Tower, maybe on like Scarab King, where you need the shields, and 2 of them will definitely keep your shields up the whole time. And then the other dupe I got was a second Septimus, which again is actually very useful, that one. Still haven't had a chance to build him out yet, but we'll get there in the end. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you had good luck with your shard pulls. At least I got some good luck on my alternate account again. Like I say, my alternate account's the one who's getting stacked for legendaries at the moment, and I've not been spending on it, so just goes to show, maybe you're better off not spending sometimes. Anyway, wish you all the best. Catch you in the next video. Cheers for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.